Let's somebody sent this to me today. They said, Papa, I'd really like it if you watch this video. It's called A Woman's Purpose. I'm going to assume that this guy is going to say that a woman's purpose is to be treated based on their merit rather than their identification of being a woman, fundamentally. That's the only thing I can imagine.
See a lot of videos for women on YouTube on how to get a so-called hourglass body. Wider hips and bigger breasts, essentially. They will tell you to work out, do plastic surgery, go on unnatural diets, and so on.
Okay, I like where this is starting. It sounds like he's saying that these are bad things because we shouldn't force women into a particular structure.
All of this is bullshit. There's one solution to all of your problems.
Okay.
Pregnancy.
Oh. All right.
The reason you look the way you look is because you did not get pregnant right after you started menstruating.
What?
Your menstruation is literally your body, nature, God, if you're religious, telling you to have children now. Not doing that is exactly the same as not eating meat and fat when you are hungry. It completely goes against your body's needs and senses, and you will be naturally punished for it. And in this case, you are punished with your looks. Every woman on earth that did not get pregnant when she was supposed to now looks different.
So I would like to just propose something here. This is what I'm going to say. Okay. Your period will start when your body is ready. This is usually between ages 10 and 16. Okay. The reason this is relevant is because if your argument is that you should start having babies when you start menstruating because your body is signaling it's ready for a kid, then you are advocating for 10-year-olds to be raped. I'm not trying to be that inflammatory. I don't think that this was a thought in his mind, but this is what you're telling me. And the reason I say rape is because, like, you cannot have consensual sex with a 10-year-old. Okay? So we could stop here. We could. This guy is a moron. I don't know what else to tell you. Listen, I understand that men and women have biological imperatives to have babies and do all this stuff. But this idea that women are being punished with not having attractive figures because they don't have babies is also weird. When you have a baby, it does like a lot of, for lack of a better term, damage to your body. I mean, it does. I mean, a lot of women are like, damn, it sucks. You know, of course, having babies is incredible. Their boobs get bigger while they're pregnant. That's cool. I think they might shrink. I don't know. I've never heard anybody say that you become more voluptuous after you have kids, though. I don't think it works like that. I really just don't. This is just kind of crazy. Wow. Yeah. So apparently, by this guy's logic, is getting pregnant is part of puberty. I don't know. Okay.
Then she should, which means that most women in Europe and North America don't look the way they are supposed to. Do you understand how big of a deal this is?
I think the biggest issue is probably, unhealthy eating habits, unhealthy exercising habits, etc. By the way, I've been going to the gym again, guys. Don't worry. Okay.
Almost every woman that walks past you in everyday life.
Oh, it's an April 1st. Okay, it's an April 1st upload. Somebody said it's an April 1st. This was uploaded April 1st. It might be a joke. Okay. Keep that in mind, just in case. We'll find out at the end of the video.
Doesn't look the way she is naturally supposed to. The looks are one thing, but there's a much bigger problem that most women have no clue about.
Okay.
Your body stops growing at around the age of 18. Growth is not only your height, your body goes through a lot of changes.
I'm pretty sure you reached the peak of your development at 25. So what you're saying, I don't even think it's true, but okay.
And one of them is that it tightens and stays that way for life. This is a huge problem for women in the West today. You've probably been told all of your life that childbirth is very painful, right?
Yeah.
It actually isn't, but it is for most women in the West, and that's because they give birth...
You can't be serious.
...almost 15 years too late.
This guy's got to be trolling. You know, my mother said that having a kidney stone was worse than giving birth, and my head was wider than my shoulders, so maybe he's right. The life expectancy, or not the life expectancy, the fatality rate of women giving birth in other countries is exponentially higher than in Western countries. So I imagine that it still hurts for people in third world countries to give birth. But okay.
You have to understand that from nature's perspective, you are seeing...
And then also he says 15 years later, which means he's suggesting that 15-year-olds should get pregnant, because people tend to get pregnant in their early 30s nowadays, I think.
...as a loser, and that's why you will be punished with pain. This is why you have to give birth when you are young and flexible.
Holy fuck. I'm pretty sure the mortality rates for children giving birth are higher It is so unsafe for a child's body to give birth. Holy shit.
Your hips will widen very easily when giving birth.
Oh my god.
And you won't have to go through those painful contractions that women
Bro,
who
he
give
has to be
birth
kidding, because this is literally like a fucking textbook justification for people to molest children. This is insane.
at an unnatural age.
He has to be
through.
joking.
Your hips will stay that way and make all of your future births just as easy, whereas those women can even risk bleeding to death when they give birth. Again, this is a natural punishment for going against nature. You won't have stretch marks, your breasts will be much bigger, because you will be pregnant while you are going through puberty, which is how it's supposed to be. It will give you an extra boost.
He has to be kidding.
This is how you actually naturally get an attractive body as a woman. Of course, you have to still eat natural food to be well developed and have an easy birth. You can't eat cookies and pasta and expect to have an easy childbirth, no matter how young you are.
He has to be joking.
Genes obviously also play a role, and
I'm looking down here where I'm looking to see somebody like, haha, he was kidding at the end. Something here. Something.
Some women simply do have different body types. The media teaches women to be promiscuous. The schools teach them to use protection. And the families usually don't even get involved today. They don't have a strong father figure to lead them or to teach them anything. Back in the day,
I don't think it's a
we
joke.
did not document our birth dates as we do now. Most people didn't know how old they are because naturally it's irrelevant.
I don't think that that's true. I think people did document their birthdays back in the day. What are you talking about? You're just wrong. What the fuck?
On the day a girl got her first period is usually when she lost her virginity and got impregnated. Nobody cared about her exact age because it didn't matter up until today.
I'm really happy we don't live in that time, to be absolutely honest with you. I'm really happy we don't live in this time. Now, here's the thing. Back in the day, I don't know what point he's referencing. The life expectancy of somebody was like maybe 30, right? So I'd be dead by now because, you know, we had this thing called not medicine, right? So let's say like, oh yeah, this 11-year-old had their period. Well, now the 14-year-old boy who was considered a man will have sex with her. It's gross to think about, but that makes sense given that time period. Crazy thing is that we aren't fucking savages, okay? We are a more mature, more developed, more intelligent group of human beings. I don't know what to tell you. This whole reference to back in the day, bro, back in the day, you wouldn't have a fucking camera. Back in the day, what does back in the day mean? What does that mean? Back in the day, what? What are you doing? Take off your back in the day, you wouldn't have that beanie. You wouldn't have those gloves. You wouldn't have that jacket. Well, how far back in the day? Back in the day, what, motherfucker? Back in the day, we wouldn't have the access to the same education we have. And then what you were saying would probably sound correct to a bunch of dumb fucks. Holy shit.
I'll give you some examples. In Spain, 20 years ago, the age of consent was 12. It was changed to 16.
That's disgusting. I think 16 is even too low, but 12? Jesus Christ.
Some years ago. In Italy and Germany, it was also 12 for ages. In Italy, it is 14 now. Not that much has changed there. In Canada,
gross.
up until 2008, it was also 14.
Gross.
Artificial marriages with a contract usually happen between the ages of 9 and 12, all around the earth. A bit over 100 years ago, the age of consent in the United States was 7.
Bro, listen. Every day, this is, I think, the second day that you've come into my chat advertising your stream, right, brother? You can't be doing that. I let it go yesterday when you spammed my chat, but today I'm going to have to ban you. I don't know why. I don't know, what are you doing? Oh, come subscribe. Why? Why do you think that that's the best way to create content? Is to come into somebody else's stream and be like, come to my thing. Come on, bro. You can't. I didn't want to be mean yesterday. I didn't want to do that to you yesterday, dude. But what are you doing, bro? You're taking advantage of my kindness. You can't be doing. That's not going to help you. You know, that's not going to help you. That's not how you're going to get help. Go make a TikTok. Go make your content and hope that you hit, bro. Come on. Yeah, you can go sub to him, but you're my guest. Okay? Come on, bro.
To 12 years, depending on the state. In 1920, after World War I, it was changed to 16 to 18, all of a sudden. That's also when women started working and sending their children to kindergarten. All of a sudden, the children were in the hands of the government. Everything started going downhill 100 years ago. It was like a great reset.
What was going downhill? Is he saying that increasing the age of consent to a more reasonable age is what started society going downhill? If you look at any metric, any measured anything, life has gotten objectively better over the past 100 years in at least every Western country. That is not a debatable statement. Higher life expectancy, higher happiness, work has been generally easier to do. What the fuck are you on about, bro? You think that people were happier in the fucking 1922 than they are in 2022? Yeah, I don't think he's kidding either. I was hoping he was fucking joking, but no, nothing suggests that. It's a good thing he lives in the fucking woods. I'm gonna go see if there's an update video that says like, that video was a joke or something.
Nowadays we have mind control programs such as To Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. Men get caught for wanting to sleep with 15-year-old girls. Yet in Europe...
Okay, so there's nothing here. This guy, dude, what is he about to say?
The age of consent is 14 to 15 in
Gross.
most countries.
That's disgusting.
And that's simply because even the governments here understand that no matter how old you are as a guy, you would have to be severely mentally ill not to find a 15-year-old girl attractive.
Bro, what? What did you just say? What did you just say to me?
As a guy, you would have to be severely mentally ill not to find a 15-year-old girl attractive.
Call me Ricky Berwick. I'm just kidding. Listen, or call me Bull Blacks. Anyway, all jokes aside, what the fuck are you on about? Bro, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? Bro, that's insane. That's insane. What?
Yet in the United States, you are...
Bro, well, just so you know that it seems... this is insane. Bro, you want to fuck a 15-year-old? It's disgusting. What the fuck are you on about?
Are seen as a monster for having a natural attraction, even though that's only 1 year away from 16, which is legal in a lot of states.
Oh, gross.
It's a man-made number, and most importantly, in nature, you would never be able to tell if a girl is 15 or 16. Yet people still get prison sentences for sleeping with 15-year-old girls.
Good. I'm happy that we've created a cutoff. This is how the world works. Hey guys, let's create a cutoff generally. Does it encompass everybody in the entire world? No. Are there more developed 14-year-olds and less developed 18-year-olds? Oh, 100%. Guess what? Still not gonna fuck a 14-year-old that looks developed. That's disgusting. There's not just a body factor, there's a mental factor as well. We understand as a society that not everything is going to perfectly adhere to everybody, but we still have these general laws because they make the most sense. I'm not going to justify, why are you so desperate to fuck a 14 or a 15-year-old girl? Like, why is that? Like, yeah, so why can't I fuck that 15-year-old? Why can't you just not? Maybe you just don't do it. You know? No, I'm really horny. This 15-year-old makes me super fucking horny. Could you just not? You're 30. No, I have to have sex with it. Like, what the fuck is the matter with you? What are you talking about? Jesus Christ. I'm in love. Oh my God, you're a groomer. Unironically. Holy fuck.
But it's totally fine if she turns 16 the next day.
Well, I still don't think it's fine. I mean, how old are you in this scenario? You what the fuck?
Absolutely ridiculous. Women in nature don't work. Yes, they may gather food or do some chores.
Nobody in nature works. What are you talking about? Fucking women in nature? What does that mean? Okay, like lionesses are the ones who fucking hunt food. They kill the animals. The fucking lion is the one who just like chills at home, eats, and gets fat, and then he's supposed to protect them if a predator comes along. But they're going out killing fucking animals. What do you mean they don't work? What are you talking about? Every society is different. Women now do work. I mean, we have jobs that are available, and as long as you can do the job, you get the job. That's it. What the fuck are you talking about?
Here and there, but that's about it. Men do all of the heavy work. And that's because biochemically, we actually enjoy it. You as a woman do not want to work.
Do we enjoy heavy work? I don't know if there's a I don't know if there's a biological aspect that it makes men enjoy heavy work. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe we're more capable of, well, we're definitely more capable of doing more physical activity, of course, like when it comes to like bricklaying, I guess. But then we're inventing bricklaying machines too. Technology is completely removing biological advantage. Have you ever seen this shit before? I'm not even kidding. Like, you know, if like I'm not even kidding when I say, look at this. There's a bricklaying machine. It's not moving. Maybe I don't know how bricklaying machines work. Alright, mute the sound. Just fucking lay the bricks. I guess they have to. They dump them in there. Yeah, there you go. They just put the brick in there and they lay it lays down. Right? I'm just wanting you guys to know that like we're creating technologies that displaces jobs. Like technology is removing like the biological differences between men and women. Right? Soon men aren't even gonna go to war. It's gonna be a bunch of fucking League of Legends LCS pro champions from fucking South Korea. They're gonna be running the American military, okay? But fucking, you know what I'm saying? You guys are gonna be like, look at these strong men. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be young fat me sitting there on a fucking computer using the fucking like robots to fight for us. I'm just letting you know. Men will not always go to war, motherfucker. I'm letting you know. Robots are gonna be going into war. If you don't, we're already ordering fucking drone strikes. Do you think if America figures out a way, they're definitely gonna do? It's gonna be fucking robots. Did you ever see Gundam? Oh, false for what? False why? Because you're in the military? You're obsolete, bitch. 10 years from now, you're fucking done, baby. You're done, bro. All right? It's going to be fucking loser internet League of Legends nerds sitting down controlling a computer. It's going to be like fucking StarCraft. It's going to be like fucking StarCraft 2 around here. You're going to have one stupid ass nerd controlling like 17,000 fucking robots, like fucking microing back and forth. Oh shit. You know, okay, that's what's going to be happening. They're going to be protecting resources, okay? Just let you know. You don't need people to be cannon fodder, bro. You just need fucking big ass artillery. You know what the future of war actually is? You want to know how like fights are really taking place? There are still physical on the ground fights. It is cyber technology, motherfucker. Are you kidding me? Do you remember like last year or the year before that? Like we found that China was selling us computer equipment that had like fucking shit that was tracking our shit in there. You know what they said to us? You do it to us, motherfucker. This is what's going on. And you want to know what? America, out of the three major fucking superpowers, has like the worst cybersecurity. It's pathetic. We're fucking pathetic. All right, guy? I'm just letting you know, dude. We're done. All right? It's going to be fucking robots. All right? It's going to be robots, bro. Okay? Robots and poor people. We're going to put the poor people at the front line because we don't give a fuck about them. All right? That's the truth.
And you most certainly do not enjoy working out or doing any kind of sports. Hormonally, it completely goes against your biochemistry.
What are you talking about? Women enjoy some women enjoy this stuff. What? You could argue that men, like people socialize girls not to do sports. I mean, I don't know if there's a biological imperative there. More and more girls enjoy sports every day. What?
The more you work out, the more infertile you get. You would be a million times happier having a peaceful life, taking care of
Is that true? The more you work out, the more infertile you get? Is that true? What? Do you get less fertile when you work out? I know that if you take hormones, you could, yeah, for sure. Like people who are on like performance enhancing drugs, it hurts their fertility. The physical activity at moderate level is safe and healthy. So okay, so maybe at the professional, vigorous exercise may decrease fertility in women with normal weight. Okay. Okay, maybe in professional capacity, but not everybody's competing professionally. It says like 5 hours or less is perfectly fine. It's raining out. Ooh.
Children and your husband a large amount of the
time.
time.
If you get really skinny. Yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, not everybody's like working out to be the next fucking top athlete.
You would be pregnant, and that alone would make you want to rest, besides running the risk of a miscarriage if you would lift anything heavy. Women nowadays sleep around, and then they later realize that they want to have a family and a husband who is loyal and respects them.
Okay.
Snap out of it. deep down, every man is going to see you as used up. Don't complain about
I don't think that that's true. Like, I fucked a lot of women, so I don't... I think that a lot of men feel very insecure when it comes to fucking girls with high body counts. And the reason I think that's because that's how I used to feel. I used to like, I want to fuck a girl who's never been with anybody before. I'm so nervous. Now that I've had sexual experience, I don't care anymore. Like, I think that, like, with maturity and not being sexist comes the understanding that, like, with women that sleep around are not the... And it depends on how many people. Like, if you're like, hey, I don't like it if somebody has, like, a body count of 10, I would say I don't like it when a man or a woman has that body count, right? That's fine. I'm just saying, like, the reason it's disgusting for somebody to sleep around that much is because of, like, STDs. That's gross. My body count's like 20. It's like STDs, okay?
it. Realize that you fucked up and try to make the best out of it. Let's break all of this down and take the US as an example.
Okay.
As a teenager, you sleep around. Already when
I didn't have sex till I was 20. 19, actually.
you've had 2 to 3 partners, the likeliness of you ever being able
Want to make it 21? I can't. I'm married, bro.
to pair bond is close to impossible. When you've had 2 to 3 partners, the likeliness of you ever being able to pair bond
What?
is close to impossible.
What? What? Based on
You are
what?
not allowed to naturally marry anybody who is older than you.
What? My mother-in-law has a husband that's 35 and she's like 50 something. So like that's I don't know what you're talking about.
Who may be strong enough to take care of you, but you are allowed to sleep with other teenagers who watch porn and will drop you as soon as they have used you. This is where all of these damaged girls come from.
I don't think damaged girls are coming from those situations. I mean, maybe damaged people are coming from not having fathers, but okay.
You are not even allowed to artificially marry anybody
What does artificially marry mean?
with a contract before the age of 18. This is
Okay.
insane and inhumane because they make it impossible for girls to have stable relationships or to create a functioning family.
First of all, you can get married before 18, but what he's trying to say is that like girls should be able to get married younger so that they can have sex, so that they can be valuable in some capacity or something. He's basically he's setting up the idea that girls shouldn't be dating younger guys, they should date older guys, and that like you can't even get married to them and the age of consent is so high, so we should be able to marry 15-year-olds and basically engage in statutory rape and impregnate them. That's basically what he's trying to say, because such an incredible take. Okay.
You may have so-called relationships that even last a few years, but all of them will break in the end because of this. Essentially, it is illegal to have a family in the United States of America. I'm not kidding.
I think that you are dumb.
This is what the New World Order is all about.
He said he's not joking. He's not kidding. He's not even kidding. Once you drop the New World Order, I know you're serious.
China is a good example of it. The age of consent is 18, and to marry anybody, you have to be 20 as a woman and 22 as a man.
Okay.
This is basically 10 years too late and guarantees a 99% family failure rate. I assume
What? No, it doesn't. What are you talking about? What's your statistic based off of? I don't really give a fuck about China, but like, what are you talking about?
that the age of consent will be 18 to 20 in the NWO, if there even will be any. Essentially, there won't be such a thing as a family. This is all part of the depopulation agenda. You believe that you are being oppressed as a woman, when in reality, the liberation is the oppression.
Wow. He hasn't posted too much after that here. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and another special shout out to all my Patreon and Twitch subs. If you'd like to support this channel further than you already have by just watching the video alone, go down to the links below where you can sub on my Patreon, which will allow you to get your name on this beautiful black wall. Or you can go to the Twitch page and you can actually use a free Amazon Prime sub, if you have Amazon Prime, to subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.